Hey guys, welcome to today's episode where I am going to be talking to you about all things having to do with the root chakra and why when it's out of balance, we can experience so many things in life that keep us stuck. It's really important to have a healthy, balanced life, and if the root chakra is out of balance, it can throw off so many things. So I'm going to talk to you today about that and what I've been seeing lately going on in the world. So stick with us if you want to learn more about why an unbalanced root chakra might be keeping you stuck where you are and keeping you from moving forward and how you can fix that. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. I am your host, Melissa Oatman from melissaoatman.com. Thank you for joining me today. So I posted something on Facebook the other day, and it said something about love being all around if we just look to find it. And you may be thinking to yourself, what does that have to do with the root chakra? Well, it has a lot to do with it because most of us are so busy focusing on what isn't going right in our lives and with ourselves that we're actually keeping our own selves stuck. And I've been working with a lot of clients recently, and they've come to me for different reasons. Some come to me for weight loss. Some come to me because they're stuck with money stories. Others have come to me because they're experiencing relationship problems in their lives, and they're stuck in these patterns, and they just can't figure out how to get out of these patterns. And there's a lot more to it than just, oh, you have a blocked root chakra. But many of them, that is where this all stems from. A lot of their issues are coming from things that have happened in their lives that has caused them to have a blocked root chakra. Your root chakra is the chakra that is at the base of your spine, and it is responsible for a lot of things. But the main thing that the root chakra is responsible for is our feelings of feeling like we are being taken care of, like we're safe, that our physiological needs are being met. And when many of us didn't feel like that growing up, we might have grown up with parents who really struggled with money, or maybe we didn't feel safe as a child. Maybe we had parents who didn't really take care of us. I mean, luckily I did, but I know there's a lot of people out there who grew up in a home that maybe where they didn't feel safe. Maybe there was abuse going on, or maybe you just weren't being taken care of because you had parents who were maybe selfish and were looking out for their own needs and sacrificed the needs of their children. There are a lot of different scenarios that happen to us growing up. And it's interesting because a lot of the ways that we were raised, that impacts who we are today and how we function. And I'm a firm believer that we really need to heal from our childhood when we become adults, because there's a lot of conditions that get placed on us that we're not even really aware of because we just think, well, that's just how it is because that's the way we were raised. And then we get out into society and maybe you notice, oh, wait, not everybody was raised that way. Or maybe I don't really have to feel that way. A lot of things happen. And there are, to me, two types of individuals. The type that realizes, oh man, I've got all of these things going on that are from my childhood that I need to heal. Or there's the person who says, this happened to me and it's not fair and I'm a victim and I can't help that I'm a jerk or that I get stuck in my patterns of behavior because this is how I was raised, and so they never change anything, and instead they just go on and play the victim their whole lives and say, well, this is how I was raised and it's my parents' fault, and then they never fix anything. And I think that it's really important because as adults, even though we're not responsible for what happened to us as kids, of course, we didn't have any control over that. We're 100% responsible as adults for fixing that. When you realize that there are patterns of behavior that you are exhibiting and it's not healthy, it's 100% your responsibility as an adult to fix that. Otherwise, you're just playing the victim, you're not doing anything, and you're going to stay stuck in those same patterns of behavior. And that is why I love coaching and working with people, because a lot of times we have to uncover the core beliefs they actually have. They don't even realize that they're doing things. And when we start talking about money, for example, people will say, oh, I'm just so bad at money. I've always been bad with money, and I don't know how to manage my finances, or I always have to work really hard and it feels like I never get anywhere, and I don't understand why. Because I see other people succeeding, I know people can do it, what's going on? When we dig deeper, and that's what I do with my clients, that's the first thing we do is we look at where is this coming from. When they start digging deeper and they start talking about their childhood, it comes up immediately. It's like, oh, bingo, this is where it comes from. And it sometimes even goes back to past lives. But most people can trace it back to this lifetime, to their childhood, and how they were raised and how they saw their parents respond and react to money. That then becomes the trigger for them. Like, oh, well, my parents always struggled. I always heard things like money doesn't grow on trees and we have to work hard for our money, or maybe they fought over money. And so seeing that, you get conditioned growing up to thinking that money's a bad thing. Or with weight loss. A lot of times, I can remember as a kid hearing people around me going, oh, I'm so fat. Oh, I hate my body. Oh, I hate my legs. Oh, I hate my stomach. And without realizing it, they were modeling for me that I should hate my stomach, I should hate my legs, I should hate my body. I need to attain this status. I need my body to look a certain way. And of course, society does that to us too, with all things. And it's up to us to finally just say, okay, that's not true. These are just stories I've learned and these are things I've been told, but they're not true. We know that money isn't bad or good. It's just an energy. It just is. And what we do with money and the way we feel about money absolutely determines our relationship that we're going to have with money and whether it's a struggle or if it comes in easily, all those things. Same thing with weight. You know, if we can sit there and hate on our bodies, well, of course, our bodies are not going to respond well to that. We have to do the opposite. It really all starts with your mindset and how you feel about things. But having these stories around money and weight and even safety issues, this all causes the root chakra to become blocked. And what happens when you have a blocked root chakra is that you can feel stuck. You can feel stagnated. You can feel demotivated, lethargic. Maybe you don't have a passion for life anymore like you once did. The root chakra is associated with having scattered energies if it's blocked, anxiety, fear, eating disorders, greed, cynicism, excessive negative thoughts and feelings, and feeling very insecure. All of those things can stem from having a blocked root chakra. Therefore, it is super important to take the steps to unblock it. But it's not as simple. You know, people will say, well, I'll do a guided meditation for it and then it'll be unblocked. It's not really that simple. I wish it were. That does help. Of course it helps. But you've got to get to the root of the cause. Because if you don't get to the root of it and you don't deal with it, you can do the root chakra meditation and it will help, but you're going to have to keep doing it and it's not going to completely unblock it, because every time you have an experience with money that's negative, or you have an experience with your weight and you're like, I hate my body, guess what? It's going to be blocked again. You're not fixing it. So you've got to get to the root of what's causing that blocked chakra. And for many of us, it's those stories we've told ourselves. It's the I'm not good enough, because at the core of us, the root chakra is feeling safe and secure. And of course, many of the chakras work together. That heart chakra is feeling like we're deserving of love and we can receive love. And the solar plexus chakra is all about what we feel about ourselves, that we are worthy and deserving and capable and all of those things. So they all work together. But having the blocked root chakra really is, I think, one of the biggest causes for people to feel stuck in life. And it has to do with going back and healing those old stories that come up for us. And I've just been seeing that a whole lot more lately in the clients that I'm working with. That's not the only thing, but I've definitely seen a trend of people coming to me with, we have these issues. They tell me, I want to work on my money stories, or I want to work on this, or I want to work on that. And when we really get to the root of it, it becomes about the root chakra and the person feeling secure and feeling safe and feeling like they have enough and that they're capable of having enough. And for many of us, we just don't feel that way. Even if we say we do, we can say that all day long, but in the end, if we don't feel it and we're not truly feeling secure and safe and like we're being provided for always and we're always going to have enough and what we need, then we're really going to feel stuck in life. So there are some things that you can do, though, to help get unstuck. Now, the first thing I highly recommend is working with someone, because I feel like so many people have stories that are so deeply rooted that they need help getting to the bottom of it. Because if you've ever heard of that saying, like, I couldn't see the forest for the trees, the problem sometimes is so close to you that you don't see what's really causing it. It's hard for you. Even me, myself, I sometimes have people that I work with who will tell me, this is what you need to do, this is what's going on, because I don't see it myself. I can't see it for myself. I'm too close to the situation and I can't really get to the bottom of what's causing me to feel the way I feel. So I've worked with coaches and counselors before and continue to do so because I think that they're very helpful. So working with someone is a great idea because it can help you get to the very bottom of what's going on, where you might not even have thought about it. Like, oh, what is causing this? I don't really know. So that's one thing. But there are some things you can do on your own too to work on healing this chakra. So again, you can do a guided meditation for healing the root chakra. But another thing that you really need to do is you need to get in touch with your own feelings surrounding security in life. How secure do you feel financially or even physiologically? Like, I feel safe and comfortable in my body and I don't have any issues or concerns there. How do we feel? You know, a lot of people want to lose weight, and one of the biggest factors is that people go, oh, I hate my body, but now you wanted to lose weight. Well, the first thing you have to do is to love and accept your body, and that's not easy because we've been prone for so long to body shame, right? Look at the magazines, and those aren't even realistic depictions because they can be airbrushed and they can thin out someone's legs to make it look like their legs aren't as wide. It's crazy. And honestly, when you go back to paintings of, the Renaissance or older times, whatever time period, the women were not pencil thin like they are today. That was not valued. Values were different. It was actually more desirable for a woman to be more plump because that meant she had money and could afford to eat. It's crazy how our values get so skewed, but that is what happens. And then we go with society, like what society tells us the perfect size should be, when really you shouldn't even be looking at numbers. I don't look at numbers on a scale anyway. I really don't, because it doesn't really mean that much to me. What I look at for my own self is, how do I feel? How do I feel in my clothes? Like, do I feel comfortable? Do I need to maybe get a little bit healthier? For me, it's never about you got to look like this or look like that. It is more about, for me, I want to feel good. And if I, am not healthy, if I'm not eating healthy and I'm not exercising, what I notice is more a feeling in my body that my body feels sluggish, or I have other symptoms going on in my body because it's not healthy. That's what I look at. And for me, weight loss is more about living a healthy lifestyle and being happy with who I am because I feel good, more than it is about I need to look like a model or I need to look like that. Whenever you're trying to lose weight for those reasons, it's going to be difficult for you to obtain that, and it's going to be difficult for you to maintain it, because the reason that you're doing it is more materialistic rather than internally feeling good. And that's what's going to keep you motivated, because if you feel good, you're going to want to keep going. So we have to really look at the reasons we're feeling the way we do, or why we want to fix those things. What is your motivation? Look at that. And for many of us, our motivation might not be in the right place. But if we have a balanced heart, solar plexus, and root chakra, then we're going to be doing things for the right reason, because we love ourselves. We want to be good to our bodies. That's why we do it, not because I've got to look like that person on the TV show or that girl in the magazine. That's only going to motivate you for so long. It really is. And it's an unhealthy reason, really, to want to do something. Rather than just, I want to feel good, I want to be healthier, those things are going to motivate you more. So really looking at what's making you feel stuck. Is it that you have financial things going on? Is it that you want to lose weight? Where is it? Where are you stuck in your life? And really looking at what is your motivation for fixing it? And you've got to find a truly deep motivation for it, not just, well, I want to look like a girl in a magazine. No, what is the true reason deep down? And when we can fix that, and sometimes it's just about loving and accepting ourselves for who and what we truly are, and realizing that we also are always going to have enough. We don't need to have fear or worry surrounding money. When we can get rid of those things and get to the root of that, we can get unstuck. So you probably need to work more deeply on the issue to truly fix it. But here are some things you can do to help with that root chakra. And when I posted the thing about love being all around, and you're like, what did that have to do with the root chakra? You have to see all of the loving things about yourself first. Okay, that's where it all starts. You can't hate on yourself and then be like, I want to fix my life and I'm going to start just doing these meditations. You got to work on loving yourself. It ends and begins with that. And if you really, truly want to address that, and maybe you want to work with someone, but you don't have the money for the private coaching, my 10-day intensive self-love course is a really good course for that. It's only $20 and it's yours to keep forever, and it's all online. There are videos, there are lessons. It's all stuff you can do yourself so you can really start getting to the root of it. And you have somebody there supporting you. And of course, anytime you sign up for any of my courses, if you ever need anything during the course, you can always reach out to me. I respond to people who message me. I love talking to people and working with people and helping people. So you don't have to hesitate to reach out to me. And, you can always get a Reiki session too to work on these things. Every little thing helps. But the root chakra, the color of that is red. Again, it's at the base of your spine. It represents safety, security, stability, survival, grounding, your basic needs, and a foundation in life. And its element is earth. So getting grounded is one thing that really helps with that. The mantra associated with it is I am. So saying those I am mantras, I am lovable, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am smart, I am safe, I am secure. All of those things are really helpful. You can use crystals when working with the root chakra. And the crystals associated with the root chakra are the bloodstone, tiger's eye, fire agate, black tourmaline. Those are some you can work with. And again, as you're maybe meditating or you can lay down, you can put the crystal. Again, this chakra is at the base of your spine. You can hold the crystal. You can use essential oils. The ones associated with the root chakra are rosemary, rosewood, sandalwood, black pepper, cedar, ginger, and cloves. You can be diffusing the essential oils throughout your house to help with that. And, can cause physical symptoms if you have a blocked root chakra. Some of the physical symptoms is you can experience pain in your lower body, in your feet, knees, legs, or hips. You can experience sciatica, digestive issues, prostate problems, eating disorders, immune system problems. The mental issues that can arise from a blocked root chakra are depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, feeling of not belonging, jealousy, codependency, indecisiveness. You can experience phobias and addictions. And your quality of life problems can be financial stability, hunger, shelter, or strains on relationships. The root chakra is the center of our safety and security, and it makes us feel stable and abundant, or it can leave us feeling anxious and in a state of scarcity and lack if it's blocked. So it's really important to be working on that. Now, there are foods that are also associated with the root chakra that you can eat. We're thinking red, so red is the color. Apples, cherries, red peppers, red onions, red grapes, beets, radishes, red potatoes, raspberries, pomegranate, watermelon, tomatoes, strawberries, and cranberries. And there are some mantras that you can say to help with this root chakra. But again, if you really want to unblock it and get to the root of it, I would honestly suggest working with someone to really work on that, or doing one of those courses. Self-love course is great for helping with the root chakra, because really the root of us is feeling safe and secure in who we are and allowing ourselves to be who we are. And that has everything to do with the root chakra, loving ourselves deeply and completely. But here are some mantras that go along with the root chakra. I am safe. I am confident. I am abundant. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I have everything I need. I am balanced. I am grounded. I am powerful. I am strong. I am worthy. I belong. Say those things to yourselves every day in the mirror as you're getting ready for your day, or if you're in the shower, saying those things. Have them somewhere, those mantras, where you can look at them and say them to yourselves. That's going to help you. And truly, you are the best investment you will ever make. It is so worth the time and money to stop doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like beating your head on a wall. If you're not taking the time and making the effort to actually make changes, you're not going to see anything different in your life. People don't want to do the work. They want a quick fix for everything. They want to just take a pill, and I get it. When I'm looking at weight loss, I'm like, what supplements can I take that will help with that? But there's nothing that you can do or take that's going to be a quick fix. There's just not. You have to do the work. You have to get to the bottom of what is causing yourself to be stuck in these old patterns of behavior. And it is extremely difficult to fix it on your own. It just is. That's the truth. And I'm not trying to be cynical or scare anyone. It is just the truth. It's really hard to do on your own. And it'll take you a long time to look for all the tools you need to fix yourself, when you could just simply go to one person, and say, hey, can you help me with this? And you feel so much better, because not only do you have someone who's there cheering you on and working with you, but someone who's going to give you the tools that you can use for the rest of your life. You will get tools that you can use for the rest of your life, because it's like layers of an onion. You heal one thing and then you get triggered and it comes up again and you're like, I thought I healed this. Well, you've got to do it again. And the thing is, each time it gets better and you can heal it faster. And once you learn the lessons, you don't have to keep doing it over and over and over again. But we need those reminders that these are the tools you need to use in order to get better and to clear this again once and for all. So I hope that you guys are doing what you need to do to take care of yourselves. If you feel stuck in any way, don't sit there and not do anything about it. You are worth making the investment in yourself to make the changes to live a happier and better life. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. You didn't come here to be sick and stuck and miserable and broke. You didn't come here for any of that. You deserve to live a life where you are abundant, happy, and joyful, and where life isn't stressful. And if you're not living a life like that right now, you've got to do something to make those changes. And believe me, you will never regret it. I am so happy that I have worked on myself, and I continue to work on myself. I'm a work in progress. I will never, ever stop learning, because that's why we're here. So I hope that you guys really take the time to invest in yourselves and clear up that root chakra so you're not stuck. You deserve to be happy, and I really hope each and every one of you are happy and healthy. And I wanted to pull a card for you today. I'm using my new deck that I got in Sedona, and I really do like this deck. It is Goddess Power Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And the card that I pulled for you guys today is Lakshmi, and it's Fortune. When the Hindu goddess Lakshmi comes to visit, she heralds a celebration of your purpose, wisdom, and compassionate prosperity. All your experience and all your skills are rich with meaning and purpose. As a result, you can expect to see evidence of this wealth in the world around you. You have the ability right now to create great success in your life, and what you have to offer has exalted value. The goddess of luck and prosperity says it's time to share your good fortune with others, and she will show you how to multiply it when you apply gratitude, praise, and a commitment to serve. If it's natural success you intend, you shall co-create it. If it's a rich relationship life, you will attract and develop it. You are a magnet for miracles. Nothing is out of reach when the goddess Lakshmi comes calling. And then there's an alignment message here. It says, have you ever fallen prey to the idea that someone might take away what's yours? Or perhaps you think someone else's success or happiness means there will be less for you. You might not be conscious of this, but you feel that there is not enough to go around, not enough love, not enough money. You worry about growing old, missing out, and struggling for the resources you misperceive as limited. You might also feel miserly and stingy, afraid to share in case there will be nothing left. The goddess Lakshmi says this kind of thinking must go if you want to live a rich and vibrant life. Your alignment task is to stop and be mindful of the direction of your thoughts and reframe them to focus on what you truly intend. Repeat this mantra: what is mine will not go past me. When you feel the great gremlin of envy creep in your heart, bless the other person and say, that which I desire is also for me. Your true limitations are only what you set for yourself. Don't let your conditioned mind and faulty beliefs rule your life. Break free. The world is unlimited if you let yourself open up to the wealth of your imagination. All right, guys, I love that message, and it is so true. There is enough to go around. There are no limits on what the universe can bring you. We're the ones who put the limits. So open yourself up to the possibility that you will receive something amazing, because there's unlimited resources out there. Money can come in any way. Opportunities can come in any way. Simply have to be open to receiving them. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for being here with us today. As always, if you like this podcast, please subscribe. Please leave a positive review from wherever you're listening. If you could leave me some stars on iTunes, I would greatly appreciate that. And as always, if you would like to work with me, you can go to my website, melissaoatman.com. If you want to work with me, but you're not sure if we'd be a good fit, or if you're not sure what you would like me to do for you, you can book a free discovery call. If you go to my homepage, there's a button that says book a free discovery call. You can set it up and we will meet through Zoom. And you can talk to me about what it is you're hoping to achieve, and we can see how I may best serve you and if we would be a good energetic match for each other. So please go and do that. I love talking to potential clients. I absolutely will answer any questions you have, and you can always reach out at any time. Also, don't forget, if you would like to follow me on social media, I go live Mondays at 6:30 Central on Facebook, where I do a free card reading. And if you show up for the live, I'll pull a card especially for you. And I also do readings on Instagram every Saturday. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day from wherever you're listening. As always, I am sending you so much love and light. I hope you have an amazing day from wherever you're listening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.